to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host Pratiksha Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. Transforming India's travel landscape, future of railways with speed and sustainability. Kathmandu welcomes entrepreneurs for India-Nepal Startup Summit 2024. And protesters in POGB demand release of detained political leaders. Let's begin the show. The Indian Railways operates one of the world's largest rail networks, spanning over 42,000 miles with more than 22,000 trains daily, serving around 23 million passengers and fostering economic and social connectivity. It is ushering in a new era of modernization with upgraded stations, advanced trains and cutting-edge technology through landmark projects like the Bullet Train and Vande Bharat Express. Let's explore how Indian Railways is expanding and transforming travel opportunities. In the heart of India's growing infrastructure landscape, Indian Railways is propelling the nation forward like never before. Guided by the vision of transforming India, connecting every corner, Indian Railways is not just evolving but revolutionizing travel, work and the future of connectivity. India's first bullet train project is gaining momentum, redefining the travel experience with speed, precision and comfort. Designed to operate on a Japan-inspired slab track system, it promises smooth, stable and noise-free journeys. Proudly, much of the equipment for this project is being manufactured in India, driving the nation towards a faster and more connected future.
ट्रैक का जो बनता है वो बहुत ही एक इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट होता है, क्योंकि स्लैब के ऊपर सीधा पटरियां इसके ऊपर फिक्स की जाती है, इसीलिए और इसमें बहुत प्रिसीजन चाहिए होता है। इसीलिए जो जापान की टेक्नोलॉजी है उसके आधार पर अपने गुजरात में सूरत के पास किम गांव है, यहाँ पर ये दुनिया के वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट ट्रैक स्लैब मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का प्लांट लगा है।
India's semi-high-speed Vande Bharat Express trains, a product of the Make in India initiative, have revolutionized rail travel by enhancing convenience and significantly reducing travel time. Operating across 24 states and 280 districts, these trains are transforming connectivity nationwide. Powering this transformation are India's resilient, homegrown railway coach manufacturing units. Utilizing cutting-edge LBH techniques and precision laser-welded stainless steel, these trains are engineered for speed, safety and durability. Each 75-foot coach, lightweight yet robust, drives the future of rail travel, reaching speeds of up to 160 km per hour and setting a new benchmark in high-performance design.
टोटली इसमें स्टेनलेस स्टील का यूज़ किया गया है। स्टेनलेस स्टील यूज़ करने से जो इसमें रस्ट की प्रॉब्लम है, कोरोजन की प्रॉब्लम है, वो बहुत कम है। तो अब अगर कोरोजन नहीं लगेगा तो अल्टीमेटली उसका रिजल्ट मिलेगा कि उसकी जो हमारी लाइफ है वो ज़्यादा हो जाएगी। तो लॉन्ग लाइफ है इन कंपेयर टू हमारा ICF कोचेज। ICF कोच की कोडल लाइफ 25 ईयर्स है, जबकि LHB कोच की हमारी कोडल लाइफ 35 ईयर्स है। 10 साल हम इससे ज़्यादा मिल रहे हैं।
Indian Railways is rapidly expanding its network, with new tracks being laid to improve access to remote areas. Since 2014, over 16,000 miles of track have been added. In 2022 to 23, an average of 8.7 miles of track was laid daily, with a target of 9.9 miles per day this year. In Sikkim, one of India's most scenic states, the rail network is expanding to enhance connectivity in the northeast region. This expansion represents a step towards inclusivity and the vision of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, or Together with All, Development for All, ensuring every Indian can benefit from better connectivity.
प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का ये एक टारगेट है कि सभी राज्यों को, देश के सभी कोने को रेलवे नेटवर्क के साथ जोड़ा जाए, ताकि जो सबका साथ सबका विकास का जो एक संकल्प है वो संकल्प सच्चाई में परिणत हो पाए। और इसी टारगेट के साथ सिक्किम, जो कि एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण राज्य है लेकिन इतने सालों तक वो रेलवे नेटवर्क के साथ जुड़ नहीं पाया था, तो आज इस पे काफ़ी काम आगे बढ़ी है और बहुत जल्द ही सिक्किम भारतीय रेल के इस नेटवर्क के साथ जुड़ने जा रही है।
Indian Railways is shaping a future of faster, greener and more connected travel. With projects like the Bullet Train and Vande Bharat Express and a focus on sustainability and inclusivity, it is transforming India's landscape, driving progress and enhancing nationwide connectivity. Moving on. The India-Nepal Startup Summit 2024 was recently held in Nepal's capital city of Kathmandu, uniting entrepreneurs, investors and policymakers to enhance cross-border collaboration and innovation. Organized by Startup Network, CNI and PHDCCI, the event featured keynotes, panels and pitching sessions. The summit provided startups with a platform to network, pitch ideas and explore growth opportunities, empowering them with the necessary knowledge, resources and connections for scaling their ventures.
The India-Nepal Startup Summit 2024 was recently held in Kathmandu, bringing together entrepreneurs, investors and policymakers to foster collaboration and innovation between the two nations. This summit aimed to create a platform for startups to network, pitch their ideas and explore opportunities for growth and investment. The event, organized by Startup Network Nepal in collaboration with the Confederation of Nepalese Industries and PHDCCI India Nepal Center, brought experts from various fields to one platform. The summit featured keynotes, panel discussions, startup pitching sessions and networking opportunities to empower entrepreneurs with the knowledge, resources and connections they need to scale their ventures.
Nepal, as a developing nation, faces various challenges such as unemployment, dependence on foreign aid, and trade deficit. Startups, however, are beacons of hope in addressing these challenges. Startups create jobs, generate revenue, and diversify our economy. When individuals pursue innovative ideas and launches businesses, they contribute to GDP growth and help reduce our reliance on traditional industries and agriculture.
The summit was organized with the aim of bridging the gap between local startups and international investors, attracting significant investment into Nepal's burgeoning startup scene. The organization plays a pivotal role in connecting startups with investors, mentors and resources, thus supporting Nepal's emerging entrepreneurs and innovators.
Startups represent our entrepreneurial spirit, our creative potential and our diversity. They're also the key to resolving many of our developmental challenges through technology and innovation. Be it IT, fintech, life sciences, financial services, space sector, any sector you name it, even agriculture, food processing, startups are beginning to transform the economic and industrial landscape in India. We have more than 100 unicorn startups across all sectors. Drones, rockets, AI, you come up with any topic, we have that. From rural industry to industry 4.0, innovation is at the core of our entrepreneurship, and startups are a key pivot in taking us there. The government of India's endeavor is to institutionalize innovation by creating an attraction for innovation among students since childhood.
Through its comprehensive incubation program, the Startup Network is already making waves in the entrepreneurial landscape. This bi-monthly initiative supports startups from the inception of an idea to the creation of a compelling pitch deck. Entrepreneurs benefit from personalized mentorship provided by a dedicated team of successful startup mentors and entrepreneurs who guide them through the critical stages of idea validation, business model development, and market entry strategies.
As you grow these startups ecosystem in Nepal. Please make a note that what we started formally in India in 2016 with the Prime Minister announcing the Startup India and this entire concept, which has now grown to, I'm told, become the third largest ecosystem in the world in terms of startups, etc. There is complementarity, and we need to work to try and leverage it. The embassy will do its own, but you need to do yourself. Reach out to your friends with whom you've gone to university together. Reach out to your colleagues who are known to you through families, etc. Reach out to the companies which are doing this, whose names you read in the global newspapers. Reach out to them. They in India also need to be aware of what you can do. Just as you need to think of them as partners who can help you in your greater goal, which might be India or overseas, the United States or wherever else in the world.
The Startup Summit Nepal 2024 served as a launchpad for some of the ambitious plans, showcasing Nepal's vibrant entrepreneurial spirit to a global audience and positioning the country as a key player in the global startup ecosystem. Entrepreneurs, investors and industry leaders attended the Startup Network at Startup Summit Nepal 2024 to explore the future of innovation, forge meaningful connections and drive the next wave of entrepreneurial success in Nepal and beyond.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in our segment called Asia Watch.
Malaysian autos firm Proton launched its first electric vehicle on December 16, the latest entry into the local market as the country seeks to boost EV and hybrid EV use and gain a foothold in the global supply chain. Proton is majority owned by Malaysian conglomerate DRB Hycom, with the remaining 49.9% stake held by Chinese automaker Hexiang Geely Holding Group. The Proton E-Mass 7's introduction in Malaysia follows that of BYD, Tesla and Stellantis in partnership with Leap Motor. During a speech at the launch event, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim highlighted that reducing fossil fuel dependency and promoting green renewable energy could create investment opportunities worth 1.3 trillion ringgit by 2050, adding 220 billion ringgit to GDP and generating over 3 lakh jobs. Croatia's Independent Union of Secondary School Employees last week joined the wage increase protest initiated by the Science Union and the Preporod School Union in Croatia's capital Zagreb. The protesters were demanding higher salaries and protesting the introduction of evaluations of public services, which would include those employed in education sectors. In a speech addressing protesters, the president of the Preporod School Union, Zeljko Stepek, said evaluations in educational and scientific institutions were out of question. Muhammad Munna says his children had become like skeletons after the family was forced from their home in Myanmar's Rakhine state and had to force to survive. They have since fled to Bangladesh, but their story is testament to something Myanmar's ruling junta has apparently suppressed, that the country is in the grip of a severe food crisis. Before leaving Rakhine, Munna says he saw his neighbor's 2 young children die. Hunger in Rakhine, home to the persecuted Rohingya minority, is so severe that it's partly responsible for an exodus of 70,000 refugees to Bangladesh this year. But an investigation by Reuters has found that Myanmar's junta has been pressing researchers to not collect data about hunger and aid workers not to publish it, and that's had an impact. Because of fears for the safety of researchers, the world's leading hunger watchdog has removed its color-coded hunger assessment of Myanmar from the global map on its website.
In Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, tensions are rising as political activists including Mohammad Javed, former chairman of the Karakoram National Movement, remain detained. Protesters holding placards that read "Free Javed" and freedom of speech are voicing their demands for an end to the suppression of political voices and fundamental freedoms. With strong conviction, they stress their unwavering commitment to free speech and the right to engage in the political process, calling for the restoration of these essential rights.
In Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, political activists gathered outside the Hunza Press Club to demand the release of Mohammad Javed, the former chairman of the Karakoram National Movement, along with several other detained political leaders. Carrying placards that read "Free Javed" and freedom of speech, the protesters rallied to show their support for those imprisoned.
चेयरमैन मोहम्मद जावेद साहब और एक्शन कमेटी गदर के हमारे दो रहनुमा शेर हवास और मकबूल हयात को गिरफ्तार किया गया है। मोहम्मद जावेद पे जो एफआईआर थी उस पे उसने बीबीए भी करवाया था, बावजूद उसके उसको गिरफ्तार किया है। इस सिलसिले में चूंकि वो तीनों अवामी एक्शन कमेटी गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के मरकजी रहनुमाओं में शामिल है, तो एक्शन कमेटी की कॉल पे कल गिलगित प्रेस क्लब के सामने भी अवामी एक्शन कमेटी में एहतजाज रखा था। उसी सिलसिले की एक कड़ी है ये इलामती एहतजाज आज एक्शन कमेटी हुंजा ने रखा है।
The political activists called for the restoration of essential rights, including the freedom to participate in politics and express differing views. The demonstration reflected growing frustration over the suppression of political freedoms and the increasing limitations on free speech in the region.
सितमगर हुनर आजमाए तू तीर आजमा, हम जिगर आजमाएंगे। तो हम अपने साथियों के लिए खड़े हैं। अगर हमारे साथियों को रिहा नहीं किया गया तो ये एहतजाजी सिलसिला ये अलामती नहीं रहेंगे। हम इसको पूरी गिलगित बल्तिस्तान में फैलाएंगे और हमारे दिसंबर जनवरी में जो तहरीकें हमने चलाई है वो तारीख ने सच साबित किया है, वो कामयाब हुआ है। हम इन गिरफ्तारियों की शदीद मजम्मत करते हैं।
The accused face charges of obstructing roads and delivering provocative speeches that allegedly incited unrest in the region. The protesters strongly denied these accusations, asserting that their actions are based on political beliefs, not criminal conduct. The activists emphasized their unwavering support for the detained leaders, threatening to continue the protest if the arrested leaders are not released.
उनके साथ वहाँ के जो कारोबारी थे उनका कोई बदमज़गी हुई है। जावेद ने हालांकि ऐसी कोई बात भी नहीं की है। उन्होंने ये कहा था कि भाई कोई इल्लीगल काम नहीं करो, कानूनी तकाज़े हम पूरे करेंगे, अदालत में भी जाना है तो वहाँ जाएंगे। बावजूद इसके वहाँ पर एहतजाजियों ने जो किया जैसा भी किया, बाद में जावेद के ऊपर ये इल्ज़ाम लगाया कि भाई आपने उकसा के ऐसा किया। हालांकि ऐसी बात नहीं, वो पॉलिटिकल लीडर है, उसका काम है जहाँ आवाम के साथ जुल्म होगा वहाँ पे एहतजाज करना, वहाँ पे उनके साथ खड़ा होना।
The protests in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan highlight rising frustration over the growing arrests of political leaders and activists. Protesters demand the release of the detained, calling for an end to the suppression of political voices and advocating for the right to free speech and political participation.
Nepalese photographer Amit Majmasi from Bhaktapur showcases the effects of unplanned urbanization through his powerful exhibit Not the Same Anymore. Starting in 2022, it highlights the environmental toll on Bhaktapur's hill with one iconic image featuring smoke-spewing brick kilns. Part of the multimedia exhibition Who Does the River Belong To, organized by 9photo.circle fellows, it challenges conventional ideas of progress, urging viewers to rethink development and its impact on nature.
Amit Majmasi, a photographer based in Nepal's Bhaktapur, has documented landscapes over the years around his locality. Starting in 2022, Majmasi's exhibit, Not the Same Anymore, shows the destruction around the hills of Bhaktapur with rapid unplanned urbanization. One of the most iconic photos in the collection, Not the Same Anymore, is a landscape that captures brick kilns spewing out smoke, further corroborating the environment being showcased in the multimedia exhibition Who Does the River Belong To?
अहिलेको भइरहेको एक्जिबिसन चाहिँ हाम्रो मेन विषयवस्तु चाहिँ विकास सम्बन्धित हो अनि मेरो काम चाहिँ अब उस्तै रहेन नट द सेम एनिमोर भन्ने छ अनि मैले देखाउन खोजेको चाहिँ जुन म ठाउँमा हुर्केँ या अहिलेसम्म बसिरहेको छु त्यो ठाउँ चाहिँ अहिले विकासको नाममा चाहिँ एकदम परिवर्तन भइरहेको छ त्यसलाई चेन्ज अफ ल्यान्डस्केप भनौँ न एक हिसाबमा त्यो चाहिँ देखाउन खोजेको हो यो फोटो चाहिँ लाइक भक्तपुरकै हो जुन म बस्छु त्यही ठाउँको हो यहाँ चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि 6 महिना चाहिँ रोपाइँ हुन्छ बाली हुन्छ जुन 6 महिना चाहिँ इँटाभट्टा सिजन सुरु हुन्छ कि जुन अहिलेको टाइम अहिले सायद सुरु भइरहेको छ अनि सेम यस्तै हो 6 महिना चाहिँ यस्तै नै हुन्छ अनि यो चाहिँ मैले 2022 मा खिचेको हो जुन पानी परेको भोलिपल्ट बिहानको जाँदाखेरि यस्तो लाइक एभ्री मर्निङ हाम्रो चाहिँ यस्तै नै हुन्छ ठाउँ चाहिँ यसमा चाहिँ अब यो फोटो मेन देखाउनुको कारण पनि यही नै हो कि पोल्युसन त छँदैछ अनि हामी नेपालीहरूले लाइक हामी मैले भनौँ न मैले अब सास लिने अधिकार मेरो स्वच्छ हावा लिने अधिकार त्यो चाहिँ कहाँ छ त कस्तो छ त भनेर देखाउनलाई चाहिँ हालेको फोटो हो यो चाहिँ
The multimedia exhibition showcases the work of 9 photo circle fellows who challenge the mainstream doctrine of progress. The stories showcased in this exhibition encourage viewers to reconsider the narrative of progress. The organizers state that the aim of this exhibition is to question how we, as individuals, communities, and nations, have embraced the concept of development and how this singular focus has resulted in the exploitation of rivers, forests, and lands.
We were really interested to be able to create resources for this community to be able to dig deeper into stories that challenge the mainstream narrative of development. There's so much, funding that backs up the strengthening narrative of development here, that strengthens the narrative of development here. What does development actually mean for us? Who is this development and this supposed to be for? So the exhibition attempts to, and the fellowship program has attempted to ask some critical questions around this.
The presented works came after a 9-month fellowship program where each fellow was paired with a mentor. The exhibition, which will run till December 22, 2024, showcasing the works of Aman Shahi, Deepa Shrestha, Kishore Maharjan, Sara Tunech Koing, Priyanka Tulachan, Samagr Shah, Sandoop Dorje Lama, Sanjay Adhikari, Shrina Nepal, and Amit Machmasi.
Now it's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We will be back next week at the same time. This is Pratiksha Mishra signing off on behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.